I'm back. Just wanted to do a little update of the new 7-port 21. The other day we did a little video on the break-in, and I kind of took the back plate off and showed you some of the stuff, because I look online and people are buying this stuff. I know they are, but they're not posting it on YouTube, so I go ahead and take the liberty to do it. But what I'm getting at is, dude, this thing is just violent fast. It's just malicious. It's just way too much. I mean, there is no other way to put it. It's like putting a 2100 kV motor in your car with a 6-cell. What do you do with something like that? It's almost not even fun. So what I had to do was, I had to go ahead and break out the old shims, and I added a 0.10. It was a 0.65 shim stack, which is funny because that's exactly what we came up with the 5-port Envision motor, and it ran crispy. This one ran good. It just has way too much power. I mean, it was at the point where I had the bottom end way too rich to where the idle would want to stay raised up when you cleared out and then go fat and then idle down, and I don't like that, okay? And the top end, I mean, dude, this thing is loud too. Holy crap. I mean, it reminds me of that Pico Boost 28 that I had in my buggy with a 2046 pipe from Pico. I mean, just nasty. Just nasty this thing is. But dude, I mean, like I said, it still needs a lot more fuel ran through it. I've only ran about 15 or 20 tanks. I don't even think that many, like 15 more high end. And I'm preheating it every time. It's still pretty tight, but it's starting to, fatten up on its own. But I've tuned the needles down and then back, and I just wasn't being able to, because it has way too much power to lean it out. And my glow plugs were kind of coming out funky, and they look like they were hot a little bit from detonation. I mean, it's just really tight piston and sleeve, so it's overheating a little bit. But anyway, I added a shim, and I went down a heat range. I was running the P3 plug in here, so I decided to put a P4 with that extra head shim, and that helped somewhat. I mean, it's definitely a big difference, but it's still, this thing is just way too much, man. It did stabilize the bottom end, because with that less compression, I'm able to lean out the needles. The top end, I don't think, did I touch a little bit? Let me see. Yeah, I touched the top end like an hour, and I went like 3 or 4 hours on the bottom, and it helped, but the engine's still too new to have it stable on the bottom like that yet. So I got to run some more fuel through it. But if you guys are getting one of these and you're going for because I don't even know how these guys are racing these things at these national events, man, with these 7-ports. I mean, I don't know if they're making theirs different than anybody else, but dude, this thing is just too much. But anyway, I'm sure that as we get some fuel ran through it, it'll calm down a little bit. It actually did calm down a little bit, but it's just, the nature of the thing is just monster. So we added a 1.1 millimeter head shim. Now we're at 0.75, and I'm almost tempted to add another one to bring it to at least 0.80, because it did get better manners. It went down on power a little bit, but it gets way better manners. So that's that. And then just an update on these. The J Concepts Detox. Legit. Them things hook. I'm going as far as saying they're better than these. I don't know how good they're wearing out. I've only ran like 3 or 4 tanks. Well, no, more than that. Like 10 tanks on them. Even on the pavement, on dirt. And It doesn't look like they're wearing out to me whatsoever. These are the medium compound, and I think they're cheaper. So I think I might have found a different tire to run, at least on hard pack, you know, dusty dirt kind of thing. So yeah, there you go. I had to tone it down. It's just way too much. So we'll have to see. I'll come up with another video after I get maybe about a gallon or something through it and see where we go from there. Alright, YouTube. Later.